pretty big chunk of change. So not gonna do that. But they did give me a 14-day trial, which was pretty awesome. And autopilot was definitely fucking awesome when I was using it. I could just engage my blinkers and change lanes. You know, I didn't have to freaking do anything with the gas pedal. I just set a speed, and if there was a car in front of me, it would slow down. If a car was coming over, it would keep my like lane distance that I wanted. You set that in car, so if it was at 2 cars and a car came over, it would slow down and adjust that distance to the new car that came in. There was the summon feature, which I didn't get to use, which basically means like I stand somewhere, usually just parallel to the car, and it will back up or drive forward towards you. And that's like if you're parked in a really tight spot and you can't get in, you just summon your car to you. So that's like the main point of that feature. And then there's also the auto park feature, which I didn't use. So this is some safety and security stuff. Speed limit mode I don't have on. Haha. And you know, and that's kind of it for this thing. Oh, that's what I wanted to show yesterday. Yeah, so this is screen clean mode. So you can wipe it down without, you know, pressing all these different buttons. And if you noticed, I don't know if that came through, but it looked really scratched up, but that's because I still have the plastic covering on this. So that's what looks all fucked up. So we'll go back to the trip real quick. But yeah, I got this June 6th. I haven't taken the plastic covering off this bad boy yet. I'm going to keep it on for as long as possible, just to retain its beauty, and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get it. You know why you keep the plastic on. Alright, anyways, back to this. So I was explaining north up, guidance, and then trip, or whatever leg is. Oh, leg is like a part of the trip. I didn't even know that. Look, I just learned something. So that's my first stop. And if you do the whole trip, that's my final destination. So I can't make it to Vermont on 72% battery. So what it's doing is it's routing me to Brattleboro, Vermont, and I'll get there with 8%. And it will take me 40 minutes to charge to, I don't know what, probably 100%. I would imagine, well, whatever it is, whatever percentage it has in mind, when I get to Stowe, I'll have 18% remaining. So if I remove charging stops, you gotta give it a sec. Yeah, yeah, look, charging needed to reach destination. I'll get to Stowe with negative 20%. Well, I wouldn't get to Stowe, but if in a magical world I could run on 0% battery, it would be a negative 20. So that's a really cool feature about their navigation, is that they map you to superchargers on your way there, so you know you could always just get there without having to plan that yourself. So yeah, you could turn your chargers on. So on the navigation, you turn the superchargers on. All these red dots in these gray areas or gray slots, that means somebody's charging there, so you can know who or how many chargers are being used when you're looking for a supercharger. Let's zoom in. Route 17 has theirs turned off for some reason. I guess they got... That's weird. I don't know what that's about. It's reduced service. I don't know. Okay, well that's a bad example. Let's go to Yonkers. 18 out of 18 stalls is available. And then let's do this guy. 11 out of 12 stalls available. And it can tell you the max charging rate. Oh, and I didn't even know that. It tells you how much per kilowatt. That's crazy. And then also an idling fee. That means if you're at 100% and you're just connected and just doing nothing there, hogging up the spot. And that one doesn't have an idling fee. Huh. I don't know what that's about. And then this is also stuff around that you could get. So Wi-Fi, shopping, dinner, or food, and restrooms. I don't know what's going on with Route 17. I know they're delivering a lot of cars. So maybe they're just not sharing right now. I don't know. But if you look at this guy, I saw it somewhere over here. Where were we? Yeah, this. Glen Rock. So this is a parking lot, and it has one connector. So there's even information for non-supercharger connectors, or chargers, excuse me, on this navigation map, which is kind of cool too. We'll go check out this guy over here. What do we got? Well, we got one up here. 2 connectors. Compared to those superchargers, I don't know if you guys noticed, it was 120 kilowatts max. This is only 16, so it's really slow compared to what you get at a supercharger. 16 again. Let's just go back. This guy was the 120. Yeah. Alright, so that's the supercharger button. Let's cancel this trip. Then we got our traffic. Damn. Typical New York City. And George Washington Bridge. And then you could do this if you want, you know, the world view. And boop, 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 boop. Zoom in, zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out. So, I think that's kind of it. Yeah, just, I hope this is cool view. Oh, look, I don't know if you see my reflection, but the panoramic roof is freaking insane. Let me see if I can do that again, but from down here. Panoramic roof. Well, if that didn't come out, well, who cares? This is my last Ethan buys a Tesla video, because, you know, I finally have the Tesla. Well, I guess there's a few other things I can show you right here. If the car was on or driving, I would get a tire pressure reading here. This is some stats. These are just like trip stats, but I've named them all time and monthly. So this one I reset every month. This one is almost all time. If you know, I was over 5K, so I don't know how that wasn't. I must have reset it at one point. I did want to update this name to almost all time. What the hell? Give me a capital A. No. Okay. Why did you do that the first time? It was lowercase, wasn't it? I have video recording. That was lowercase. Alright, so almost all time. I'm missing about 400 miles from this. Monthly, since the car got activated essentially, and since my last charge. Oh yeah, and then windshield wipers is now button 2. Yeah, that's the 3 dots. Tire pressure, windshield wipers. Oh, I should turn that off. But there's an auto feature. It's a little aggressive. I don't like the auto feature on this guy. I gotta admit. And then yeah, the trip stats. And then I can press these open buttons and the charger. Oh, I guess I'll do that too. No, did that close? Okay, good. I don't think that close. Alright, so let's get out. I'll show you my charger real quick. Yeah, so it's this little guy right here, you know. I could press a button right here if I didn't hit that button inside, and this would pop up, and I just stick it right in here. So let's go. So yeah, I got this guy installed, and that's where I plug him in. And yeah, I guess that's it. This is Ethan buys a Tesla. Hey, look, some Renaissance Fair boots. I didn't make my video yet, and it rained, so I was able to get this. Oh yeah, check this out. The raindrops on top of the UV protection of the panoramic roof. It just looks so psychedelic. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Air boots. Probably look like a mess, but that's what's up. I don't know. Should I do it like this? This is probably better, because then the lighting No, I don't know. You know what? I'll split the difference and I'll say this is fine. I don't know which way lighting would have looked better. Whatever, man. But this is the last video. That's the Tesla. This is the Ethan. And this is the Ethan Buys a Tesla channel. Peace out, and thanks for watching the videos.